you're watching this video, it's probably because you also have some kind of knee pain ever since you started running. So in today's video, I'll show you 3 exercises or 3 stretches that have helped me release and take away my knee pain. Let's get right into it.
Quick disclaimer before we actually get into the video. I am not a doctor, I am not a physical therapist. These are only things that have worked for me during my running journey. And also note that these are not guaranteed fixes, because your knee pain or your issues could maybe be a little bit worse, where they require the actual checkup of a doctor or a physical therapist, and they might require surgery. So with that being said, let's get back into the video. Quick note, just because the pain is coming from that particular part of the body doesn't necessarily mean that that's where the pain is stemming from. You have to think outside the box. You have to realize that whatever muscle group or whatever part of your body hurts, that is surrounded by these other muscles, by these other parts of the body that we have. So that's something that we have to think about, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So we're going to get right into the first stretch right now. You are going to need 2 things for today. First one is the lacrosse ball or a foam roll, and the second one is something soft to put your knee on. For today, I'm using a pillow. I usually use my pillow. If you have a mat, that's perfect. So let's go. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is the calf stretch with the lacrosse ball. So for this, you're gonna put the lacrosse ball or the foam roll, and you're gonna real quick, have the lacrosse ball here, and just put your calf on top of it, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna stretch each side for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll repeat this 2 times per leg, and just go back and forth on. Oh, I still feel the pain, it's super tight. Now, why is this important and why did I start with the calf? Because for me personally, I think that the calf is the most neglected muscle that we don't stretch or that we look out after. Now you have to realize that our calves are probably the muscle that gets used the most. Whether we walk, run, at work, right? And they're getting pounded every day. Especially when you're running, whether it's 3, 4, 5 miles, and you start incrementing your mileage, your calves start getting tight. So the muscles becomes like gum, right? So you have to realize that gum, like your muscles should be like this, nice and fluid, but when they get super tight, they get tight, you know, they get, end up like gum.
I'm confused.
So when you start forming it, you start releasing that tightness, and the muscle starts expanding back again. So just go back and forth. If you feel like there's like a little bit of a pain somewhere, stick with there for about 30 seconds and just really release that tightness and go back and forth. Also, you like go to the side as well, and then just keep going back and forth, back and forth. And you can go down a little bit more, or just keep it between here and here on your calf. So hopefully that one helps. So the next stretch is we can use the lacrosse ball. But this time, instead of hitting our calves, we're going to be hitting our quads. Again, that is part of one of the muscles that are surrounding the knees. So make sure that this is not tight, so like that, you know, it can release some of that pain from that. So let's go. Let's get right into it. So for this one, is grab the lacrosse ball or foam roll. You can put it right here, not directly on your knee, but rather a little bit above it, where it's going to be hitting right your quad. So you're going to go here. And you're just gonna lay on it and just really deep dive into that muscle. If it's super tight, you are gonna make some funny faces, but it hurts. Yeah, same thing. Just go up and down. If you feel like a sharp pain or somewhere where you feel like it's more tight than other, just stay there for about an extra 20-30 seconds. Really go up and down. Again, with this one as well, I'll suggest about 2 to 3 minutes on each side for 2 times a day, and that should be good enough. You don't want to overdo it as well. You can here, you can get up a little bit more as well, a little more, just to get more of that pressure. Just really release that pain, that tightness. Up, down, oh yeah, you can even go here as well, and just go all the way. That was number 2. So the last stretch, we're going to focus on our hips. So this is where you're going to need that soft mat, or in my case, the pillow. And for this one, it's going to be a little bit more advanced, but I think we can all do it. But I'll show you as the beginner side of it. But for this one, the one that I usually do every day is you can first start here. Then you're going to grab whatever leg is on the pillow or in the soft mat. You can do a nice, like almost like a 90-degree angle. So you turn. So you see, rather than being straight like this, you turn. So now your leg is now pointing the camera, and you're gonna sit here for about a minute on each side, and you're gonna repeat for 3 times. So you stretch really good, and you should be feeling the stretch on this part, on the inner part of your hip. That's very important because when we run, we're using our hips also, they're always moving. So you want to make sure that those are tight, especially also if you work in an office, you sit on the desk every day. This is also really good to relieve some of that hip tightness. So here, really good, get on it, really open up those hips. The beginner level is you're just gonna stand like this, and rather than turning, you're just gonna be here, and you're just gonna lean in a little bit. You're gonna lean in, and you should feel the same stretch here, but you can lean here like that. And you lean in, same concept, really good to open up those hips. Everybody, so those are the 3 stretches that I recommend. I hope that it helps you alleviate some of that knee pain or eliminate that knee pain once and for all. I know this has helped me in the past. Again, I recommend to do this between 3 to 4 times a week. Anyone can do this. You can do this at home. It literally takes about 10 to 15 minutes. So even if the knee pain goes away and you're still running, or let's say you're training for a marathon, I still recommend for you to do this 3 to 4 times a week, just because it's going to keep the legs fresh. Think of it this way: when a car is in a race, it doesn't want to have beat up and worn out tires. It wants to have fresh new tires every single day. Same thing with your legs. You want to make sure that they're fresh, they're brand new, and ready to go, and ready to hit those new PRs. There's many more stretches out there that I have, so if you wish to see them, put them in the comments below. I'll make a new video for it. And as always, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, and as always, si se puede. See you in the next video. Peace!